understand, Thirupparankundram, which is the holy abode of Lord Murugan, one of the 6 abodes of Lord Murugan, isn't in trouble now only because of DMK government. In the last 1 year, if you look at the DMK government's record, they allowed a fringe Muslim group to rename the hill as Sikandar Hill. They were waiting and watching. They allowed fringe Muslim Islamic groups to take goats and hens to the top of that hill, cut it there. They allowed it. They allowed a sitting MP from Ramanathapuram to go to that hilltop temple and eat chicken biryani. So whatever insult they were doing it, DMK government was enjoying it because it was benefiting them politically. Now we have come to a stage where the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court has given a direction, very clear-cut direction, for a batch of petitions led by Rama Ravikumar, one of the petitioner, that on Karthigai Deepam, which in this year it fell on December 3 in the evening, on Karthigai Deepam day, the petitioners are fully within their rights to go and light up the Karthigai Deepam in a Deepathoon, in a place called Deepathoon, which is slightly above the temple. Now we have to understand the Thiruparankundram Murugan temple is slightly at the lower base of the lower hill. Again when you go up, you will see a Kashi Vishwanatha temple. Again when you go up, you will see Deepathoon. Again slightly up, the highest point of the whole hill, there is a Dargah. In the 1920, when the first original suit was filed in the British government time, the verdict which came in 1923, the demarcation was made very clear. The Islamic community will enjoy the Dargah. The Islamic community will enjoy a place called Nellitopu there, where the burial cemetery is there. The Islamic community will also enjoy the staircases which is made in the stone. These 3 properties, it belongs to Islamic community. Dargah, the piece of land, a flat land in Nellitopu, the rock cut stairs. Otherwise, the whole temple belongs to the whole land, the whole hillock. It belongs to the temple, it belongs to Lord Murugan. It was very clear judgment, 1920 original suit, judgment came in 23. Later when it was challenged in the Madras High Court, the case went all the way to the Privy Council in 1930. The Privy Council at that point of time, the highest court of the land, it also endorsed the Madurai local court's judgment that only the 3 things belong to the Islamic community, everything belongs to the Hindu community, the temple. Now when this is established law, the DMK government is trying to add fuel to the fire, trying to create division between communities here by not obeying to the government court's order. The court, December 1, 2 days before Karthigai Deepam, has clearly said the Deepathoon is part of the temple which is established by the previous judgments, and the petitioners are fully within their rights to go and light up the Karthigai Deepam on the Deepathoon, which is slightly on the top of the hillock, and they have directed the police commissioner and the collector to give all support. Last 100 years, the lighting of the Karthigai Deepam is not happening on Deepathoon. It is happening slightly much more below in a place called Uchipillayar temple lighting area. Now court this year has given a direction. Now local police did not obey the court's direction. The executive officer of the temple did not obey the court's direction. So on 3rd of December, which is the Karthigai Deepam day, the Honorable Judge G.R. Swaminathan, who gave the initial judgment, he took a contempt of court petition. Evening 6:05, after the time for lighting of the lamp is over, at 6:05 he gave a specific direction. Petitioner along with 10 people can climb the hillock, he can light in the Deepathoon, he will be assisted by the CISF police personnel, which is present in the Madurai High Court premise to guard it. So he gave a very clear-cut direction. So again the petitioner went on 3rd evening. He was again stopped by the police saying, we have 163 BNSS, 144 CRPC in existence, you cannot go. So again they came back. On 4th of December, when it was challenged before a division bench having 2 judges, the division bench very clearly said a contempt is there, and the Honorable Judge is well within his rights to send CISF, and we are not going to take this appeal, we are dismissing the appeal. On 4th, once again, the petitioners attempted to climb the hillock. Again, they were prevented by the police. Unfortunately, no 144 in operation, no stay in operation. They have arrested many leaders and cadres, including our state president, Thiru Nainar Nagendranji, and our senior leader, Thiru H. Rajaji. Now all this illegality is happening right in front of media's eyes. All this illegality is happening right in front of people's eyes. Even now, the Hindu community, the petitioners are maintaining restraint. When the state government is trying to create a narrative that we are trying to create a law and order, we are trying to create an issue between Hindu and Muslim, as of now, nobody from Dargah has come and objected on 3rd, on 2nd. It is the executive officer who is opposing the judgment given by the judge. Executive officer's duty is to protect the temple premise. The EO temple's duty is to protect the Deepathun, which comes in the temple premise. It is the executive officer which is acting as the loud megaphone of the DMK government, trying to create all this ruckus. So we strictly condemn the activities of the DMK government, the local police personnel, the revenue authorities. They vitiated the atmosphere. Even when the Hindu community is exercising restraint, no public property damaged, no buses damaged, nothing. People peacefully go. They peacefully seek permission to worship, which is guaranteed under the Constitution, Article 26. Again, they don't do that. The High Court order is there. They go with the order. Again, they don't do that. In the division bench on 4th, the Honorable 2 judges have clearly mentioned the 144 itself is a fraudulent activity. When they called for the records of the 144, when they found the records, they found the 144 CRPC was implemented even before the 6 o'clock contempt judgment. So, the Honorable judges have recorded that it is very obvious that section 163 BNSS order is passed prior to the judicial order, or the records are manipulated after this court calls for the original file. So state government and the police authority have gone to that extent of manipulating a 163 BNSS just to prevent the devotees from peacefully exercising their constitutional right. As we speak now, the situation is tense, not because of any group, only because of the state government. Thousands of policemen are deployed for no reason. When everybody is peacefully coming and going, what is the need for thousands of policemen to be deployed?